Originally uploaded in 2019. Hey there, fellas. What can I say? In this video, there's gonna be a bit of destruction. Here's what we're up to. Before we get started, you might remember a couple of videos that we did. In one of them, we inflated an enormous tire tube right inside a car. Once we inflated it, it knocked some of the glass out. And then we inflated an actual tire for a car inside a car. Got it to the point where it popped. You'll recall what happened to the car. It took some major damage. And so this idea occurred to us. We had a couple of cars that were purchased. We used them as donor cars. And we still have the airbags for them. And on top of them, we have these. We drove around some of our local junkyards, where we bought some more airbags to add to those. As for what we're doing with them, we're going to carefully wire them up, place them inside of a car, connect all of the wires, and hook them up to a battery, or all of the airbags to deploy at once. I'm quite curious to see if anything is left of the car. Right now we're going to connect all of these, load them into a car, and drive to, I think, close to a scrap metal yard, or we might even drive onto their property to detonate these. After all, there's the glass, and I don't think anything will be left of the car, though there's still the matter of choosing which car we use for this. But we'll think of something, we'll discuss things, and show you the car we're using for this experiment. Let's take a look. We were actually quick to decide which car to use. And there it is. This will be our guinea pig. We've counted the airbags, and currently we have 19 of them. Tomorrow morning I'll drive by my garage, where I have another one. And in total, we'll have 20 airbags that'll detonate inside this car right here. Okay, we've made it out to our local scrap metal yard after I gave the guys a call. They've got plenty of space, and so they were like, come on over, of course. And they've actually gathered over there to see what we'll be doing. They are all very curious. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We carefully lay out the airbags inside the car. We don't want them to detonate in one spot. But then, I mean, we could pile them up. After all, they should push each other away. But honestly, after we laid all of them out yesterday, all 20 airbags, it seemed as if we don't quite have enough of them. But whatever, we need to see this experiment through to the end, and so let's lay the airbags out, hook them up, and see what happens. Let's go. And that's how we've laid them out. We didn't put too much effort into positioning them, though of course we fitted one to the steering wheel. You need to have one on the wheel. We've tied a couple to the backrests on the seats. Here we've just placed them. We put a few on the parcel shelf. We do want for this to be a spectacular explosion. Did the door close? We are having issues with this door. Doesn't want them. Whatever. Now we just need to roll out the wire that we'll be using to trip the airbags. We're actually using this reel that's for a portable light as the wire today. I mean, does it even make any difference? After all, it's also a wire. I don't think that'll be an issue. Other way around, yeah. We're tying up the ends because the wire coming out from here, the point is the ends need to be tied up, because you never know if some kind of static or, I don't know... Anyway, as they say, better safe than sorry. Is everybody ready? Batteries ready. And let's try this out. 1, 2, 3. The circuit is broken somewhere. Now, why is that? Okay, here we go. Let's try again. Lava, point the camera that way. Nope. I do see sparks, though. We do have sparks. One battery isn't enough to detonate them. But I mean, okay. We'll set up 2 then. No problemo. Okay. Here goes nothing. Hooray! This actually worked! Holy cow! .24 volts, so I guess 12 wasn't enough to get the spirals to heat up. Wait, how did that one find its way outside? Oh, through the sunroof, holy cow! Is it on fire? No, it is not. That's the explosive charge? Right. Now the question is, did all of them deploy? It's burning. Oh, holy cow! Quick, let's take a look. Looks like all of them deployed. The smell in there is pretty nasty. Look at how the door frames are bent. That's where the pressure escaped. Where's the sunroof, though? Back there. Oh, there it is! I mean, look at that. The sunroof has evacuated. Excellent. Oh my. Man, do they stink. But look at how many tiny parachutes we have now. So 20 airbags. The thought did occur to us that it might not be enough. The car wasn't really torn apart. The windshield has been slightly displaced. Oh, it actually popped out altogether. Terrific. What about the rear window? The rear window is intact and it's still in place, check that out. We had an airbag over here, but the glass did not pop out. We should have used 50. Overkill is always the answer. We were thinking about working out the interior volume and the volume of the airbags, because we don't quite know how much space they take up. We could have used 2 times more for the interior to be torn apart for certain. But then we got a pretty good effect anyway. Yeah, the frames have been bent, but the most fun thing about all of this is the sunroof. I didn't even see it fly away. I wasn't looking, I applied the wires, looked up, and they'd already exploded. These ones that are for a Mazda, they are just tiny. Also, the one for a Priora is compact. Not to mention, none of the other ones had this deal on them. I guess that's what your head needs to hit. It has to slam right into here. Otherwise, you won't get the desired effect. Probably. Right, guys, so at the end of the day, 20 airbags, I mean... You can't compare this to the tire we detonated inside a car. Now, that was truly epic. In this case, we were hoping for a similar effect, but the reality is the doors got pushed out, the door frames bent, the sunroof evacuated in pretty spectacular fashion, also the windshield popped out. I mean, it's no longer in place, as you can see. It's lying on the rubber. Otherwise, the car didn't sustain any sort of severe damage. The glass in the back is still in place, so are the side windows. Yes, the frames have been bent because of the pressure escaping, but 20 was not enough. We should have used 50 at once. Now that would have been awesome. Also, the initial 12-volt charge wasn't enough to detonate these airbags. We had to fit a second battery in sequence. That gave us 24 volts, and 24 volts did the trick. Nobody expected that, because we never experimented with this many airbags. But the important thing is this experiment was a massive success. The car has been damaged. And we've learned that too many airbags inside a car is not a good thing. Probably. But that's beside the point. You need to be careful with these sorts of things regardless. Because even when just a single airbag deploys well, you would have probably seen all of those videos, it deploys quite violently. If you get hit in the face, that's not going to be a good time. You can break your nose, bust a lip, get bruised and so on. And I guess we can call this one. The experiment is done, make sure to subscribe. Send in your suggestions, comment, give this video a like. Alright, catch you later.